u means speed of the pendulum or speed of the bob at the lowest point, at the bottommost point, something like this. This is the u value. U value means this usually, yeah, okay. If u is less than root 5 gl, if I am giving less than root 5 gl, if it is equal to root 5 gl or more than root 5 gl, then what will happen? It will complete the vertical circle. If it is less than root 5 gl, then what happens? Two choice. One, pendulum may oscillate or pendulum may leave the circle. So now we want to see that at particular what velocities pendulum will oscillate, at what velocities pendulum will leave the circular path. I want to see that what are the velocities less than root 5 gl. Okay, so for that what I am doing is I am taking the pendulum and of length L, which is nothing but radius. We are giving the u velocity, then it will go in a vertical circle and it will get some velocity v after rotating by an angle theta. Okay, na? So this is the zero potential energy level you can take. And what is the height? Height, it is gone. Height, it has gone h. Now it is going in the path of circle. So it will go in a path of circle only. Okay, na? If it is going in a path of circle, but just we have taken the one random position. I have taken some random position of angle theta. After rotating by an angle theta, then what happening? That I am going to see. After rotated by an angle theta, so what is the speed of the pendulum? Speed of the pendulum or speed of the bob is v. Initial speed is u. And what is the height raised is h. Then what is the relation between the v and u? So first we can write down the relation between the v and u, no? That is by what? Conservation of mechanical energy. So by conservation of mechanical energy, what I can write down? I can write down that total energy at the bottom, which is half mu square, is equal to. Now what is the potential energy? mgh plus kinetic energy half mv square. Mechanical energy is conserved. This is zero potential energy level, bottommost point, and this is the v speed, and height is h. So I can write down in this way. Now I can cancel them and I will get the relation something like u square is equal to 2gh plus v square. So this is the one relation. Now what I am writing is, now I will write down the forces concept. So I told you already, as it is going in a circular path, what are the forces acting? Some force should act towards the center. This is mg. Okay, na? So if I extend this line, this angle is theta, this angle also will be theta. Then what are the components I can write down? The components I can write down, mg cos theta is acting along the radial direction. Mg sin theta will act along the tangent. See, this is also important thing. Mg sin theta is the tangential force. As it is tangential force, so tangential acceleration will be mg sin theta by m. G sin theta will be the tangential acceleration. See, velocity is in one direction, mg sin theta is in opposite direction. So I think you remember the non-uniform circular motion. If velocity and tangential acceleration are opposite to each other, what happens to speed? Speed will decrease. So that's why in this entire rightward journey, right half of the circle, speed decreases, whereas in the left half of the circle, speed increases. So you will find both. You will find there is an acceleration towards the center, there is an acceleration along the tangent. Means vertical circular motion is a non-uniform circular motion or uniform? We can say easily it's a non-uniform circular motion because speed is changing, no? Speed changes. As the height value changes, speed changes. So that's why vertical circular motion is a what? Pendulum. Pendulum vertical circular motion is a non-uniform circular motion. When a pendulum is projected, it's a non-uniform circular motion, and this is a tangential acceleration. But we don't require this, we require the centripetal force. So what is the centripetal force I can write down? Tension is acting towards the center, but mg cos theta is acting away from the center. That's why centripetal force I can write down T minus mg cos theta. Understood why I am writing minus? Because both are opposite. Force acting towards the center positive, force acting away from the center is negative or opposite. So net force acting towards the center, T minus mg cos theta, because T should be more, then only it will go in a circular motion, vertical circle, okay, is equal to what I can write down, m into speed at that point, v square by radius is L, speed at this point is v, that's why mv square by L I wrote. But I want to write down the tension in terms of height. I got v value in terms of height, and tension value also I want to write down in terms of height. So for that I can say that this is, can I say this length is L cos theta? See once, if you see this triangle, this is L, hypotenuse is L, this angle is theta, then what the adjacent side is? L cos theta, and this is height h, this value is h, this value is h, and what this value is? This length is L cos theta from the center, okay. L cos theta, and this is h. L cos theta plus h should be equal to L. Okay, na? So L cos theta plus h should be equal to L. Then what is the cos theta value? Write down the cos theta, because here cos theta term is there. So what is the cos theta I can write down? L minus h by L. Or else we can do like this also. This is h. Then what this length will be? L minus h. And this is L. Then what the cos theta is? L minus h by L. That way also you can write down. Mathematics, no? You can do anyway. Your choice. So understood this cos theta. Now I want to find out the tension. So this is the equation. This is done. Now I am changing this equation in terms of heights. So mg into L minus h by L is equal to m by L into v square. In the place of v square I can write down u square minus 2gh. All of you okay? This thing. So everything now in terms of h only. See, this is the one equation and this is the second equation. Let us say, suppose, I am supposing that, okay, na? At height h1, speed of pendulum is 0. See, you will find some mathematical relations for some time. So just bear with me. Okay, na? At h1 height, I am taking that speed of pendulum is 0. h1 height, speed is 0. Let us say, that is my supposition. I am assuming. I don't know whether it will happen or not. I am assuming that at h1 height, speed is 0. So then I can use this equation. U square is equal, first equation you see once, this equation. U square is equal to 2g h1, height value h1 if I write, what is the speed value will become? 0. Speed value is 0 at h1 height. h1 height, speed is 0. So that's why speed value is 0, height value h1. Then what is the h1 value I can write down? h1 value is equal to u square by 2z. So it's something like in kinematics. If you project with velocity u, then what height velocity will be 0, speed will be 0, maximum height, no, which is u square by 2z. Okay, only thing that is vertically will go, it will go in a circular path. That's the difference. Similarly, suppose at height h2, tension in the string becomes 0. Understood? At what height tension is 0? At h2 height. So now we have an equation here. So if in the place of height, if I write h2, then what the tension value will become? Tension value will become 0. Getting my point? Understood? At height h2, suppose in the place of h, if I am writing h2, then what the tension value has to be? 0, because that is our assumption, that is our supposition. Okay. So how the second equation will become? Tension value is 0 minus mg into L minus h2 by L. See once? In the place of height I am writing h2 is equal to m by L into u square minus 2g h2. Replace height value which h2, then tension value you have to keep 0, then you will get the second equation. Now I can find out the h2 value. How to find out the h2 value is minus mg by L into L minus h2 is equal to m by L into u square minus 2g h2. Let us say m by L cancel out in both times, both the places. M by L cancelling out, and what is the value? This is minus g L plus g h2 is equal to, this is u square minus 2g h2. Okay, na? Now I want to find out the h2 value. Take the 2g h2 on this side. So 3g h2 is equal to u square plus gl, and h2 value is equal to u square plus gl by 3g. This is important expression, try to remember. On this you may get questions. At what height the particle will leave the circular motion is, this is the height. Why? Because tension is 0. Tension is becoming 0 at this height. At h2 height means what? Leaving the circular path. Whenever they are asking the leaving the circular path, okay, leaving the circular path question, definitely that is related to this height. Okay, at this height Bob will leave the circular path. Understanding this? So we got two heights. One is the height at which speed is 0. Second one is the height at which tension is 0. Condition for oscillation is speed should be 0 but not tension. Speed should be 0 but tension should not be 0. Tension should not be 0. At what height tension is becoming 0? h2. At what height speed is becoming 0? h1. So this implies h1 should be less than h2. Then which height first Bob will cross or pendulum will cross? As h1 is less than h2, pendulum will cross first h1 height. Then h1 is less than h2. What is h1 is less than h2? u square by 2g h1 is less than u square plus gl by 3g. Okay na? So g cancel out, so multiply, cross multiply, 3u square less than 2u square plus 2gl, then take the 2u square on this side, it is u square less than 2gl, then what is the u value? Should be less than root 2gl. When u value is less than root 2gl, then pendulum will oscillate. Okay na? This is the condition for initial velocity. So now you can go for reverse is the condition. Condition for leaving the circular path. Now tell me what is the condition for leaving the circular path? Now tension should be 0 but not velocity. Tension should be 0 but velocity should not be 0. Okay, so that means this happens when h2 is less than h1. When h2 is less than h1, first which height it will go? Pendulum will go to h2 height. Okay na? So that tension will become 0, so it will leave the circular path, then it cannot reach the h1 height. So that's why velocity never be 0. h2, what is the h2 value is? U square plus gl by 3z is less than u square by 2z. Okay na? Now cross multiply it, g cancel out, 2u square plus 2gl is less than 3u square. So 2gl is less than u square, so u square is greater than 2gl, u should be greater than root 2gl. So root 2gl is the boundary condition. Less than root 2gl, pendulum will oscillate. More than root 2gl, of course u value should be less than root 5gl. We are talking about completely root 5gl, less than root 5gl only na. If it is more than root 5gl, it will complete the vertical circle. So whenever this condition is valid, then pendulum will leave the circular path.